Atlanta News First investigation uncovers more parents are taking legal action against Georgia school districts over special education disputes.
These cases often involve school officials accused of not following the law by allegedly failing to provide necessary resources for children. Atlanta News First investigative reporter Andy Parati spoke with one family that claims their district retaliated against them after advocating for their child.
16-year-old Katie Kinsinger's mother, Heather,
all the way, Katie, all the way,
is her biggest cheerleader.
Let's go!
On the court and in the classroom.
Katie is a great kid. She's really the student that every teacher would love to have.
Defense! Defense!
While Katie is an honor student today, a few years ago her mother played a long game of offense against their former school district in Fayette County, fighting to help her daughter who was struggling to read. Katie has dyslexia and wrestles with other learning disabilities.
I'm Heather Kinsinger, and this is the 5th consecutive meeting I have spoken about your reading program and the lack of services for dyslexic learners.
Jack and...
This is Katie in kindergarten.
2, go, go, go.
After memorizing the order of the words on the page and not reading according to her mother.
She just struggled. It was very frustrating.
And hard to see as a parent, I'm sure.
It is very difficult to see.
After Katie's dyslexia diagnosis, Heather says her school, Braylon Elementary, knew she struggled to read, but refused to provide the necessary reading instruction tailored to dyslexic children.
The longer you let it go on, the worse it is. The longer it takes to remediate, the more mental health.
More expensive.
And the more expensive, yes, more expensive. I mean, we spent tens of thousands of dollars in private services that needed to be helped.
Heather says she spent months meeting with district officials to find a solution, hiring an education attorney to help. She says nothing seemed to work. And then Heather got word the district finally did take action, but it wasn't something she ever expected, and it nearly landed this mother of 3 in prison.
It's unbelievable. Most people won't believe it.
The Fayette County School District filed this incident report with the Peachtree City Police Department, accusing Heather of fraud for forging this medical evaluation of her daughter. It showed Katie's condition causes blurred or double vision, and experts suggested the school provide Katie with reading material that used enlarged font. School officials told police the 18-point font size was fraudulently added, a felony that carries up to 5 years in prison.
Angry, scared. We went through so many emotions just trying to understand, because nobody understood what this was about.
After confirming the expert did suggest the 18-point font size, police dismissed the case.
It's such a shocking story that when you tell it, people have a hard time believing that a school district would do this.
An Atlanta News First investigation found Heather's frustration with Fayette County schools reflects a statewide trend. Parents are increasingly taking legal action against Georgia schools for allegedly failing to address children's special needs. According to the Georgia Department of Education, due process hearing requests, which asks a mediator to formally decide whether a school violated special education law, have surged 141% over the past 5 years. The numbers tell the story. The first 2 months of 2026 alone saw 111 hearings requested. That's nearly double for all of 2021.
The due process hearing is going to be the highest level of dispute resolution that you can go to.
Dr. Brandy Tanner is a school psychologist and former teacher. She runs Your IEP Source, a Metro Atlanta company that helps parents advocate for special education services.
In your opinion, what story do these numbers tell?
I think that there has been a significant increase in the number of complaints and the number of due process hearings because we're in a perfect storm of more students needing help and less people to be able to provide it.
It sounds like you're not surprised about these numbers.
I knew that they would probably trend in this direction, but I am surprised about the magnitude of it.
All right, defense! Defense!
After 2 years of fighting with the Fayette County School District, Heather says she settled the score. It paid her family $332,000. Money she says barely covered moving her 3 children out of the district. And she got this apology from Superintendent Dr. Jonathan Patterson writing, "I am sorry this situation caused your family distress. I also regret that you felt that the district did not serve your children's educational needs." A letter she demanded after declining to sign a confidentiality agreement, a rare move in education litigation.
Here's what really the bottom line is. They were looking for a way to shut us up, and we are not the people that shut up.
Your reading program for children like mine is lipstick on a pig.
Today, she helps other parents navigate similar problems, still speaking up.
I'm one of many parents who have spent tens of thousands of dollars so my child can simply read. I have resources. What about the kids that do not?
Heather isn't the only parent who claims the district retaliated against her after aggressively advocating for her daughter's special needs. We've spoken to at least 4 other parents. We also reached out to the Fayette County School District about Heather and the other families' claims. They declined to comment. Andy Parati, Atlanta News First, investigates.
And for more investigations like this, don't miss the newest episodes of Uncovered by ANF Investigates this Sunday, starting at 7 p.m. only on Atlanta News First.